Testing 1, 2. Just want to make certain this thing's working. Was having some difficulties last night, to say the least. Apologies for that. If you tune into either one of the two problems that we had very visible online yesterday evening, so thanks for sticking with us. Meteorologist Austen, this is a weather blog, Weather Overtime, live and direct from the House Onek hallways. And seeing again some pretty quiet conditions here, all decked out and ready for Christmas, and things looking very quiet into the evening hours. No major problems being seen heading our way, although some big temperature swings coming our direction. We'll talk more about that coming up here in just a little bit, so stay tuned for more on that. Rest of the week looks relatively okay, but once again, be set some changeable weather coming our direction as we look again for the possibility of seeing some more showers and thunderstorms out across much of the area. So we'll see again maybe some activity coming our way a little bit later on. So much on that coming up here in just a little while. Let's see what's going on in and around the Mid-South area where it comes to rainfall immediately. It's just past 6 o'clock in the evening, and things are again pretty quiet across much of the Mid-South area, and not really expecting to see too much out there. That right there that you're looking at over the southern Boot Heel and areas of northeastern Arkansas, that is not anything having to do with rainfall at this time. Matter of fact, much of what you're looking at here is, of course, a little bit of some birds flying over parts of the area for tonight. And outside of that, we're not really looking at too much of anything else in the way of rainfall across much of the Mid-South area. And to see less in the way of chances of rainfall into the next several hours. So we see again the possibility of that. What you're looking at right there is again birds landing on down toward the ground as they go from flying around. You can see that flock moving northward quite nicely, heading up I-55. Huge flocks of birds. There's a lot of wetlands in and around that area, rice fields that are laying fallow, stuff like that. So that's what you're looking at in that particular location. Now into the rest of the evening, again, dark conditions out there, but fairly cloudy skies throughout the rest of the day. When are we going to get rid of that cloud cover? Well, let's take a look and see what's going on with the rest of everything. Currently, we're going to take a quick check of earthquakes in the Mid-South, and not seeing much of anything to worry about here where it comes to earthquakes. We had a couple of them yesterday around Dyersburg and southeast Missouri. Nothing to show you for today. Very quiet in the Mid-South where that is concerned. Downtown Memphis, quiet and very dark, looking across toward Mud Island. Hopefully we'll move that camera here in just a little while. Still a lot of gray clouds in and around the area of Wooddale High School in Memphis. A little bit less drizzle and fog from this morning. Clearing skies a little bit over Power Center Academy as the lights flash on for this evening. Still a bit of a heavy cloud cover over parts of Germantown tonight from the Water Tower north of Germantown High School, Poplar Pike, and Germantown Parkway, and the lights of East Memphis reflecting off that low cloud deck out there. Taking a look at heavy traffic outbound from the area of I-40 and Witten Road, and looking at some pretty heavy outbound traffic. Inbound traffic not doing too bad, but this time everything working along as you might expect at this point. Windike Country Club, things clouded over. A few golfers out there for today, and decent traffic in and around the area of St. Francis of Assisi, right along Germantown Parkway, just north of I-40, right over the ridge there. Traffic as of after 6 o'clock appears to be moving along pretty well. A little slow on the outbound lanes, 18 miles per hour around Mount Moriah, 16 around Perkins, a little bit less into around Pleasant Hill, Stefferson Road on just out of Lamar, and on Highway 78, Tuggle Road down to about 17 miles per hour, and of course a little bit less in the way of speed along I-40 and Germantown Parkway at this time. Accident reported at I-40 East around Germantown Parkway about 45 minutes ago. Hopefully that's in the cleanup stage at this time. Everything else appears to be moving along pretty nicely. No problems on flights for this evening. Memphis International, delays of 15 minutes or less. No problems being seen at that location, so definitely good news for anybody traveling there. The evening, again, not too much to see outside of just a lot of cloud cover out across the Mid-South area. And it looks like it's going to be staying pretty cloudy out there off and on. But we do have some clearing skies just a bit north of us, and that is again going to be dropping down our direction as some of that colder air makes its way into parts of the area. High pressure decently in control, and not much to be seen in the way of any major storm systems. Our latest storm system over toward the East Coast states, bringing some much-needed rainfall to parts of the areas of the Appalachians, the Great Smokies, the Shenandoah, and snowfall up into around the Great Lakes and into around the New England area for tonight. High pressure keeping things very much on the dry side here, and a new round of moisture for areas of the West Coast. We'll talk about that coming up in just a little bit. Not much going on at this time. National Weather Service showing no hazardous weather expected at this point across much of the Mid-South, so definitely good news on that. Visit their website at weather.gov/MEG if you'd like to keep an eye on what's going on here in the Mid-South. MEG is, again, their code for on their website to get to the Memphis area, so weather.gov/MEG, which is a lot better than their Southern Regional Headquarters page, which is a very long, drawn-out address, so more information available there. Taking a look at the storm system tonight down to our south and east, that's going to be moving out and away from us, way up toward the east coast today, so that's going to be moving away from us, taking a chance of moisture. This area of high pressure barrels into the area and does a very good job of keeping things rather on the cool side. Now, farther north from us, we've got another bunch of cold air. This is that one from Siberia that we told you about a couple of days ago, and that is going to be taking its time to move its way over the Great Lakes, the upper Midwest, the New England states, and there could be some decent lake effect snow showers up into around the Great Lakes. So if you're traveling anywhere from northern Wisconsin, all of Michigan, down into around northern Ohio, Pennsylvania, northwestern New York, and New England, could be some problems with snowfall there. And then staying dry but cold into the early part of the weekend. Then our new storm system from out west begins to move a little bit closer to us. That one, again, giving us the potential of maybe some more problems into the next couple of days. We'll be watching that again with a lot of interest as that gets a little bit closer to us. And so should you if you're traveling. Getting an eye on the weather is what we do for you at News 3, so stay tuned for more on that. Here we go into tonight. If you're planning on traveling, not any problem with rainfall expected. Low temperatures tonight going to be dropping on down in the lower 30s or so, and just not seeing too much of anything in the way of rainfall out there, but we could be looking at some patchy fog as we see, again, those temperatures in the atmosphere set up quite nicely to keep the fog around. Hopefully that'll be burning off into tomorrow, but high temperatures tomorrow, much colder than they were today, upper 30s into and around areas of northern parts of the viewing area, Union City, Paris, Dyersburg, and then lower 40s along and north of I-40. Back into the metro area, temperatures will be back into the mid-40s for high temperatures tomorrow. South of I-40 in the metro could be a lower 50 or 2 from around Tishomingo County down through Tupelo and around Oxford, close to Batesville, but mainly mid to upper 40s into tomorrow. Rest of the forecast work properly. Sorry about that. Going into the rest of the week, Wednesday night, bitterly cold once again, back in the lower 20s across the northern viewing area, mid to upper 20s from the metro on down to the south, and remaining dry right on into Thursday. Temperatures in the high 20s to around the lower to mid 30s, and no showers seen out there at all. Hopefully a little bit more sunshine heading our way to give us a little bit of a hopefully stabilization on the temperatures, but not by much. Thursday night, low temperatures in the lower to mid 20s once again. And by Friday, high temperatures going back into the upper 40s to lower 50s, so improving by just a little bit, but not by much. Rain chances begin late Friday evening into about Friday afternoon and into the evening hours. That's where we see, again, the potential of some showers out across much of the Mid-South. So starting off the weekend, again, with the possibility of showers and maybe some thunderstorms out there as high temperatures on Saturday make their way into the upper 60s, even pushing 70 degrees for parts of the Mid-South. Low temperatures Saturday night dropping back again to the mid to upper 20s as another push of cold air makes its way into the area. By midnight Sunday morning, we could be looking at winds out of the north at about 10 to 20 miles an hour and gusting to 25 miles per hour. So some bitterly cold temperatures possible as we get into early Sunday morning. And that's also where we see that possibility of some snow showers coming on through. Now, Saturday night, mainly just looking at the possibility of some rainfall early on. Then the cold air mixes in with that and causes a rain-snow mix into around portions of right through the central section of the Mid-South, from Dyersburg to the metro down to southeastern Arkansas and northwestern Mississippi. And then more chances of snow showers start to make their way we get into around early Sunday morning. But once again, a little bit too early to say what we're going to pick up in the way of actual accumulation out of this. This is, again, a changeable situation. Now, from what the National Weather Service says, a lot of this is going to miss the area because the moisture will move out before the cold air moves in. So this computer model saying the best possibility will be late Saturday night, early Sunday morning, where we see that potential of anything involving snow showers out there. Wait and see approach for right now. We still have a few days to go before we hit the weekend, so we really need to pay attention to this, and that's exactly what we will do with News Channel 3, so stay tuned for more on that. Chances of anything involving snow from the 4 to 7 day outlook and ending on Sunday morning, starting Sunday morning at 6 a.m. Not really too much to show you in the way of major amounts of precipitation, but the potential does exist close to the Mid-South. And then by the time we hit early Monday morning, ending that forecast cycle, again, we see that potential moving on through parts of the area. Be just a bit of a problem for outdoor situations. So something to keep in mind if you are going to be heading outdoors into the weekend at some point. More on citizen science and how you can get involved in various science projects, from bird watching to cloud and precipitation reporting. It's all available from citizenscience.org, how you can get involved. Also, if you'd like to get your amateur radio license, the city of Germantown, along with Shelby County Office of Preparedness, will be holding classes to teach you the basics of ham radio. That'll be coming up starting Monday, January 16th of this coming year, and it'll be going for 7 weeks, ending the 27th of February for testing class. It'll be held at Germantown Fire Station number 4 at 3031 Forest Hill, Irene, 6 p.m. until 9 p.m. The class is free if you'd like to take it, but the book will help you study about $20, and it's very worth it. Just to be on the safe side, you need to be registered for the class. The test will be $10, and the test will be on the 7th week, so you have plenty of time to pay that off. And again, this is a great opportunity to learn a great hobby and to learn more about what amateur radio can do in an emergency. For more information, contact Captain Howard Tilson at Germantown Fire Department. You can send him an email at jelly@germantown-tn.gov, or you can go to the registration page at staysafeshelby.us from the Shelby County Office of Preparedness. A good opportunity to learn more about what's going on. Also, starting in just a little while at 7 p.m. tonight, MemphisWeather.net, run by FedEx meteorologist Eric Prosius, will be holding a Google Hangout on winter weather and the future of the weather industry. A great opportunity to learn more about what you think is going on where it comes to weather into around the future. A lot of people not getting their forecast from the TV anymore, getting their forecast from apps and online and from phone apps and tablet apps and stuff like that. If you'd like to hang out and see what the experts are saying on this, drop by memphisweather.net/hangout, or go to their main menu section, go to the Google Plus Hangouts page, and you get more information about what's going on there. 7 o'clock Tuesday night, so a good opportunity to learn more about what's happening in and around the Mid-South with local meteorologists talking about this. And if you have the opportunity to, please drop by one of the kettles and donate to the Salvation Army Red Kettle campaign. The goal this year is $800,000. Drop by and get that spare that's rattling around your car into the buckets where it can do, or the kettles, I should say, and where it can do some good. Or if you'd like to do more of this without you drop by, you can text Kettle 3 to 71777 to start the process. And text Kettle 3, one word, to 71777 to start the donation process. If you'd like to know more about it, or you can go to WREG.com and click on Donate to the Salvation Army Red Kettle campaign there in the center portion of your screen. Also, the Angel Tree campaign could use some help in the closing days as we get closer and closer to Christmas, so please consider doing that. Available on my Facebook page at facebook.com/Austen Onek WREG, and talking about that river of moisture coming in from the areas of the Pacific could be affecting the West Coast, and that could be giving a pretty good amount of soaking or lots of snowfall to portions of the Central California coast or the West Coast states. And if you'd like to know more about that, stay tuned for more details on my forecast pages and also on my Twitter page, com/Aonic_WREG3. Great opportunity to little more about what's going on there. And we'll do our best to keep you updated on the rest of the forecast throughout the rest of the week. Todd Demers will have more on your forecast bright and early coming up on Wednesday morning from the News Channel 3 Weather Center in downtown Memphis. And, of course, tonight, News Channel 3's Tim Simpson will have more on your forecast on News Channel 3 at 10. Questions, concerns, ideas about what you would like to see on here, drop me a note at austen.onek@wreg.com, email address at the bottom section of your page. I would say send something to me on Facebook, but there, maybe it won't. It's kind of hard to say. It just kind of happens. So this right here is your best bet in getting in contact with me, just to be on the safe side. We'll have another update of your forecast coming up tomorrow, and of course we'll take a look at astronomy coming up on Skyblog 3, and that'll be posted a little bit later on tonight if everything goes well. More information available again from the Weather Center from News Channel 3, available at wreg.com/weather. From the home office of the Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Austen Onek from House Onek, taking a look at the weather on our exclusive video weather blog, Weather Overtime. Thanks for joining me tonight, and tune in again for more weather information. Thanks for joining me.